Road Trippin' fans, homage t-shirts are as ferocious as the dunks or bangouts Richard and Channing throw down from time to time, and their softness can't even be matched. Homage has been turning back the clock with throwback tees for years. From the NBA to the Ultimate Warrior, the tee that LeBron wore on the plane after leading the Cavs to its first title the city had seen in over 50 years. Well, homage tells the stories of triumph, individualism, and hustle, preserving the old school and creating new legacies. Go to homage.com, that's HOMAGE, and pay homage with your favorite tee. Be sure to check out the NBA Jam tees and one exclusively made for me and you. Better yet, 3 other tees designed specific to the Road Trippin' fan you'll want to check out. We're Road Trippin' at homage.com. Hey Road Trippin' fans, hope you're all enjoying your holiday weekend. We just wanted to drop by, say what's up before things get busy again. That's right, Cleveland Cavaliers back in the NBA Finals for the 4th straight year. And you, of course, know the story. For those who have followed the Cavs all season long, the guys in that locker room will tell you it's been multiple seasons in one. As of last night, being named the 2018 NBA Eastern Conference champs, LeBron James said the 6th season has just completed and there's only one chapter left. When it comes to this final chapter, however, on one hand, yes, you do have LeBron playing historically beyond belief, embarking on his 8th straight trip to the NBA Finals. And on another, you have guys in that Cavs locker room who will experience it for the first time ever. Guys like Jeff Green, who, if you recall, told his story here on Road Trippin' last November. From the date his life forever changed to now, coming off an epic performance in Game 7 of the conference finals inside the TD Garden, JG finds himself in shock, disbelief, in a place that he's been hungry for some time. He says following last night's big win, quote, "I almost lost it all, and to sit here in front of all of you guys and talk about the NBA Finals, I don't take nothing for granted, nothing." End quote. And if his strong performance in Game 7, 19 points, 8 rebounds, and 41 minutes played isn't perspective enough of the journey he's been on, let's remind you just how grateful he is, told by JG himself.
Hey Road Trippin' fans, have you ever noticed when you walk down the toothbrush aisle at the store, it doesn't take long to realize there are a lot of options, and many of them are gimmicks. The truth is, really, just you need something that guides the simple habits most of us get wrong when brushing our teeth. And Quip knows that. For starters, Quip is an electric toothbrush that's a fraction of the cost of bulkier brushes, while still packing just the right amount of vibrations to help clean your teeth. Quip's built-in timer helps you clean for the dentist's recommended 2 minutes with guiding pulses that remind you when to switch sides. Next, Quip's subscription plans are for your health, not just convenience. They deliver new brush heads on a dentist-recommended schedule every 3 months for just $5, including free shipping worldwide. Quip also comes with a mount that suctions right to your mirror and unsticks to use as cover for hygienic travel wherever you take your teeth. And finally, everyone loves Quip. They were on Oprah's O List, named one of the Time's best inventions, and is the first subscription electric toothbrush accepted by the American Dental Association. Plus, they're backed by a network of over 20,000 dentists and hygienists and hundreds of thousands of happy brushers who use Quip every day. Quip starts at just $25, and if you go to getquip.com/road right now, you'll get your first refill pack free with a Quip electric toothbrush. That's your first refill pack free at getquip.com/road, spelled GETQUIP.com/road.
If people don't know, Jeff Green has a huge,
emotional savage,
a huge scar down his chest.
Yeah.
It's crazy looking. But
Jeez, wait a
It really is.
We're doing talking. It's great, but like he's playing basketball. He's been playing basketball. How many years has it been?
It's been 5 now.
Okay, so break it down the day that they were like, Jeff, there's something fucked up with your heart.
December 9th.
Right?
I remember it all. It was December 9th.
That's coming up.
I signed the 1-year contract with Boston. That
Yep.
was the lockout year. So it was like the 8th. I was like, come up, we signed a contract. So I'm cool. Right. So I, had to hurry up and pack. Flew to Boston early that morning because we had practice the night. Right. Got in early morning, went straight to the hospital, do my physical. did the stress test, ran on the treadmill. After you run on the treadmill, they lay you on a
Yep.
bed real fast to see how the heart is pumping right after exercise. And like 5 minutes goes by, and the doctor's looking at it, and I always look at him, just to look at the film just to be curious. And he's like moving his head, like, okay. So he's like, I'll be right back. So I'm like, all right.
Oh, that's the worst.
Yeah, that's the worst. It's like, what is this? Why do you need a room?
Yeah, what do you need to look at? This should be regular. Do you need to go to the bathroom?
I see something flickering.
You felt normal?
No, I felt absolutely normal.
Okay.
No symptoms of having an aneurysm in the valve of my heart. Nothing at all. Like, you usually get shortness of breath, tightness in the chest. You can't really exercise. Chest pains all the time. I had none of that. I was absolutely normal. Working out 2-3 times a day because you never knew when the season was coming. So he comes back in the room with another doctor, and the other doctor goes, well, Jeff, he brought me in here because he sees some abnormal action, going on with your left valve, the Rudy valve, which flickers, it pumps the blood in and out. So I'm like, I don't know. Maybe it's because I was tired. 'Cause I didn't sleep the night before because I was trying to hurry up and pack. Because I was in D.C. at the time. My brother was helping me move to get my stuff to Boston because we had practice, and I didn't sleep the night before. I'm like, maybe I'm just tired. Maybe that was it. Fatigue. So probably 2 or 3 days goes by, and they start shipping the images and the video of the surgery, the action of the heart. To different.
Isn't that called the echocardiogram?
Yeah.
There
They
we go.
start shipping it to Michigan University where they have good doctors, and they had a meeting with all the doctors and said, like, I think it was like the 11th or the 12th. That's when it was like, Jeff, like you have to have the surgery. So the norm is 3.2. Like just for normal human walking around.
Injection and fraction rate?
The size of the valve.
Oh,
the root,
the valve.
The root,
okay.
The root of the valve. But mine was at a 4.9.
Whoa.
So they explained it's like, I don't know if you guys seen the image of the LA traffic during Thanksgiving, like how crazy it is. They said it's like all that traffic going to abruptly going into a 1-lane highway. It's like all the blood just rushing in. So it was like because I played with it for a year, 2 years, not knowing. So they're saying it's like you can be doing some strenuous activity, and the tissue can just rupture. It's like that's.
And that's how an aneurysm happens.
Yeah, so it's like having a heart attack.
Yeah.
But not making it.
Oh
it's like,
my gosh.
It's tough, but I had to have the surgery. It was like, it was like a Tuesday. It was like, well, you got to have the surgery if you want to, play again. And it was like, you can have it Thursday. I'm like, hold on, time out. That's 48 hours, brother.
Let me think about it.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know if I can do that on a Thursday, but give me like a month because Christmas is coming up. I was like, let me just go home. Actually, I went on the first road trip with Boston. Went to Miami. And I went out and what?
Yeah. Oh,
I was like, man, I'm gonna go ahead and drink these problems away. And I did that, and I went home.
Yeah.
And then I had the surgery January 9th. And then that process of getting back on the court started. But that was a hard. I would say like the first 2 weeks was very, very tough. Did a lot of retail therapy. Spent a lot of money on just trying to take my mind off of it.
How were you able to wait that long? Because you weren't playing?
Had to.
Oh, you had to wait?
What you mean wait like
when
that
they
month?
told you, yeah.
That's quick.
Well, no, they wanted to do surgery 48 hours later.
Yeah,
so how are you able to wait?
The doctor, Svensson, who did perform the surgery.
Cleveland Clinic?
Yeah, at Cleveland Clinic. Great hospital, by the way. Treated me with a lot of care. It was on his schedule. And he had an opening that Thursday or the 9th of January. I was like, I can't just rush into it in 2 days. Yeah. So I waited a month. And by the time it came around, I was already ready to just get it over with.
What's up, Road Trippin' fans? Even though Richard and Channing are no longer with the Cavs, they'll always be looked at as either an old married couple or teammates for life. Uninterrupted and State Farm are getting together to bring you The Sixth Sense, where NBA teammates like Victor Oladipo and Miles Turner show how they get each other like no other, the way RJ and Channing do here on Road Trippin'. Check out the latest episode of The Sixth Sense on youtube.com/uninterrupted, and maybe you can get a teammate off the court that gets you too.
Did you have to have the surgery to play again or just to survive in life? Like, did you contemplate not ever playing again because you didn't want the surgery?
You got to.
Yeah, because it was like, because at first I was like, oh, am I going to be able to play? And it was like, yeah, but, you know, it'll be a lot of stress, you know, to get back. And I was like, oh, that's cool. I can deal with that with trying to work out and get back. Mm-hmm. But will everything be fine? And he was like, oh, yeah, you'll be fine. But, you know, it's like starting all over again. Like, you know, I literally started from scratch. Like the conditioning.
In terms of your cardio and stuff?
Yeah. Like walking, like everything. Like walking from, you know, from here to this, well, people can't say, but probably
like
5 feet. Like, 10 feet. Like it took me like 30 minutes to do that.
Just to walk?
Just to walk. Like,
My
it
wife
was
beat
bad.
me in a push-up contest. I could only do 10.
Because
I had to take time off.
you had a
It took
same,
a year off.
Exercise.
you had a similar condition?
No. Mine was way less than that.
Okay.
Way less than that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like so initially just as dangerous, but then they found out that I'm actually like 0.001% of like a lot of people where
It's just enlarged.
yeah, it's an enlarged heart,
Okay.
but they're just like, that's just me. And then so when you have like the condition, the blood pools at the bottom, and that's how you get strokes and stuff like that. So basically my ejection fraction, your heart sucks in the blood and then spews it back out to your body. But what happens is the valves that squeeze and pump don't squeeze all the blood out. So imagine you're constantly putting more blood in, and it starts to flutter because it can't get all of it out.
Yeah, so that's what they thought I had.
Yes.
That's why it took so many days before they determined whether or not I had the surgery.
So
And the surgery was what for you, Jeff? What was it? Open heart surgery?
It was open, like
Open.
they took a chainsaw to my chest and opened up every. I have a picture.
no,
No, I have a picture. I do have a
With-
picture in DC because I was curious. I wanted to see
Your
like what
body.
it actually looked like.
Oh, dude, I would barf.
Should we use this for social media?
Not
I'm kidding.
It's not a
I'm
picture
kidding.
of like me laying on the table like with my chest open. It's a picture of like a brief like small picture of inside. So it looks like seafood, by the way.
Looks like a lobster roll.
I can't wait for the comments after that one.
This is grossing me the fuck out.
It was.
Where are you going for dinner, Channing?
No, it doesn't even matter.
Legal seafood?
Aren't you-
The Oyster House?
It was the full everything like chainsaw to the chest plate and open it up and surgery.
And
Yeah,
yours
it
was what?
So I didn't have to go through surgery. The only surgery I had to do was get a
You had to get the visual through the groin.
yes,
right?
where they
that's
pumped
where-
my heart full of adrenaline.
Yeah.
They said they pumped it up to 200. So they were like, no lie, we had to get your heart. We've never seen somebody's heart like. So basically, my heart
it's
when
like-
it's not.
like-
yes.
yeah.
So basically, when my heart is just chilling, it's super lazy, and you would say it walks with a limp, right?
Your heart?
Yeah. Because it just kind of like it doesn't have to work. But the minute I start running, that sucker kicks into gear and it's all good. And then when it's coming down, it's like
You get the palpitations. The
all that. So when I went in there, so I had shoulder surgery, was rehabbing, and came back and did like your regular test right after Labor Day, and was working out and got off the thing, and I see the guy, and he's looking at that piece of paper on the echocardiogram, and he's like, red. So I'm like, oh, is that good? He's like,
Oh, you said the same. I did the same. thing.
yeah. I was like, is
so
that good?
What's going
that
on
mean?
over
What's that
there?
mean? So he looks at me. He's like, how do you feel? I was like, oh, I'm fine. And, I looked at the screen. The screen's a tiny little screen. Anybody who's ever got it done. And basically the part that looks like a fish's mouth that opens and closes wasn't even like halfway closed before it opened up again. So I was like, well, that doesn't look like what it's supposed to look like. And the nurse was really calm. She's like, Channing, it's going to be fine. And I said, oh, nobody's ever told me that. Is it that bad? And the guy goes, and the doctor was like, I'll be right back. Again, goes and gets 4 doctors. Yeah. And they were like, Channing, this is not good. You can't, because I was like, can I go home? They were like, no, we got to give you an emergency MRI. Right? So they have to
like
stick
the one
with
that
a dye.
makes you feel like you pee on yourself?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the worst.
What?
Dude, so here's the deal. I hadn't eaten before. I had to do this running test. So now they're trying to find a vein. Now, small veins. The guy had to go through my arm, my bicep. I don't know if anybody's ever got a needle in their bicep.
That's the worst. That's why I don't like needles today because of the
worst.
surgery.
Yes, the worst. But he missed because he was on his lunch and he hit a nerve and it made my ring finger on my right hand numb for 4 days. So I bent the needle. Mind you, I cussed him out. I was already mad. I was like, "You motherfucker! What are you doing? You fucking get it?" They're like, Channing, what? Finally, they had to bring in what's those things do when you pregnant people with the sonogram?
I've never been pregnant.
I don't know. Well, but dude, they had to find a vein that way. And they had to bring in like this super special nerve. So it was like, whoop, got it done. That was horrible. And then they were like, yeah, Channing, we're going to send this off to so-and-so, so-and-so. They were like, don't stress, don't run, don't exercise, just sit down, and you can't leave for the next week. You can't get on an airplane. I was like, I have to go back and see my family. They're like, no more of that.
Hey, Road Trippin' fans, did you know that MacWalden believes in smart design, premium fabrics, and simple shopping? They also will be the most comfortable underwear, socks, shirts, undershirts, hoodies, and sweatpants, and more that you will ever wear. They want you to be comfortable, so if you don't like your first pair, which is the best, you can keep it, and they will still refund you, no questions asked. Not only does MacWalden's underwear, socks, and shirts look good, they perform well too. It's good for working out, going to work, going out on dates, just everyday life. That's the versatility I love, owning the socks, shirts, and hoodies. I can wear them whenever, however I want. For 20% off your first order, visit MacWalden.com and enter promo code ROAD at checkout. That's ROAD at MacWalden.com for 20% off your first order.
That's the worst when somebody be like, don't stress. You be like,
what?
I'm stressing already.
So I was like, well, I can't work
helping.
Out. He goes,
you're not helping the cause.
Channing, not only can you not work out, I don't know if you'll ever play basketball again. Ooh. And then he like, oh, but I have to go. And so like, I'm like trying to tell my wife, my friends this, and I'm like flipping out. So I'm in Phoenix by myself. Luckily, my boys are there. I'm from there. And just a whole 6 months of dealing with the team doctor. Finally, I went to Portland, saw a great guy up there who'd seen this a lot with a lot of like marathon runners, cyclists, soccer players are big, like long distance guys. Yeah. And he was like, listen, go to Johns Hopkins, which is one of the best hospitals next to Cleveland Clinic, but it's in the most hood spot I've ever been in my life.
John Hopkins.
In Baltimore?
Oh, yeah. That's where I went. My freshman year, that's where it first came up. I went there. And I mean, I don't know. I've never been like that up in Baltimore like that. And that was the first place I went to where it was red flagged about my heart. Yeah. But it wasn't as serious.
No, yeah.
But the doctor I saw that he passed away like years after that. So I couldn't get the information from him.
Dude, crazy. Yeah, they had like a team of like 6 people because they were like, the NBA called. It was like, hey, this is a special case. He thinks he's better. Tell us, can he play or not? So it was literally up to like not only them, but like the NBA, like, so basically the NBA like hires out a professional, someone in New York, and it was up to them to talk and like decide. You should see my medical report was like a Bible.
Yeah.
Oh, it was like a Bible. How many times I had to take those MRIs? How many times I had to run? How many tests I had to go through just to hoop? I was so mad. I was more like, I've got this far. Like you were talking about working out. Imagine taking 6 months and not being able to exercise.
Do nothing yet.
Oh, I was huge.
See, this is what bothers me. So I had the surgery. Yeah. I came back the next year. You know, you had to sit out for a year. Yeah. Heart problems. You don't get the credit like you should. Like you got guys. I mean, not knocking anybody from coming back from injury, but like we had to deal with heart problems. Like that's like something the NBA does not cover.
No.
And
Oh,
something
really?
Yeah, they do not. So, I mean, that's life or death.
Yeah.
We had to deal with that, and we come back and play. You know, how many years have you been?
5, 6.
So it was before mine.
Yeah, it was
So
after yours.
Was it after
After
Chuck
yours.
Hayes?
Yes.
Chuck did the same thing.
Yeah, so maybe 5.
Yeah, probably
4?
the same year almost. Or
No,
year
after. It was after you.
So it's probably 4.
Yours was at the beginning of the year. I think
Yeah.
mine was that next summer.
Okay.
Yeah, but listen, here's the deal. We had the heart issue, and then you have the summer to get in shape from zero to be in NBA shape.
Yeah.
Right?
And
So they
you
were
can't train
no.
for NBA shape.
No, you cannot.
You can do all the running.
They
but
don't
you
do
can't
nothing.
train for NBA shape.
Or just not playing basketball for that long. Like the first, and I was determined. It was like, this is how stubborn I am. The first training camp practice, I was like, I'm not getting a sub. I'm going to be in every line, and I'm going to make sure that these fools see
how hard
I work.
3 days after that.
People don't know this. Now they know. I ice bath for like an hour. An hour afterwards. They were like, it is amazing. He hadn't done anything, and he made it through the first, training camp practice. And I was like, yeah, I did. The next day, I was like, come get me. Sub.
Yeah, it was
sub. I was so
Are those
sore.
like the things that you're talking about? You guys don't get credit?
Yeah, like that year was probably the hardest. Yeah, I hit a wall. Like, you can ask the trainer, Brian Dew. I had to stop lifting and practicing for about a week because I was so tired. I remember after a game, I literally went to my locker and just sat there for about an hour because I was so tired.
Yes.
Like, my body
Smoked.
was just done.
So you had surgery January 9th. When was the next time you played?
Played 5-on-5.
Yeah.
That's the
No.
first-
Played a game.
Played a game, like
Yeah.
NBA game.
October.
Yeah, October.
Oh, the following
yeah,
year.
but I
Okay.
didn't work out until probably July.
Is this where your relationship with T. Lou started? When you came back to play, or you had already worked with him?
Yeah, that was when because he was assistant under Doc. So when I came back, that he was my go-to coach as far as development. That's how we created that bond, and we got close over that time.
You see the same guy still.
Same guy, very calm, mild-mannered, just. Yeah, man, I'm good, man. Just tired. Man, man, why don't you just go to sleep? I can't sleep. I can't sleep. I get home, man. I'm just always up.
Yeah.
Something's wrong with you. But he's the same guy. That's I give him a lot of credit. I mean, in this business, you have guys who change when they get a certain position, but he's always been the same. Very upfront. Keeps it real. Which it doesn't. He tells you the truth, and that's what you want out of a guy, especially in this business. So
yeah,
that's why I think we, stayed close.
Did you ever think that you would play for him as a head coach?
No, I did not. But I'm glad that he did call.
Yeah.
I'm glad that he did call. It shocked me when he did call because I didn't think the Cavs were interested. I was just driving home, and he just called me. Right, I was like, I didn't have his number. I was like, and I normally don't answer numbers. He called me like twice. I was like, hello. He's like, Jeff, man, what's up? I'm like, who is this? He's like, it's T. Lou, man. What you doing? I'm like, driving home. Like, what's up? I said, look, man, why'd you come to Cleveland? I was like, for real? Like, yeah, man, I'm serious. He's like, man, I think you'd be good for us. We got a good group of guys, good locker room.